All right, good morning and welcome back to K24 this morning. My name is Mungala Movie, and yes, it's time for Interactive. And as usual, you know, I have the gang of the G3, the awesome trio, and whichever other name you guys want to give us. But you know what? At the end of the day, the same awesomeness still comes into your living room. So good morning, Jeff Mote and Shiku Kaitani.
Good morning.
What's up? K24 this morning, man. I love the new place.
Yeah,
it's
you like
really cool.
you like the colors?
Yeah.
Do you like my jacket? Do you like it?
Shiko, tell him he has a nice jacket.
No? I told him that while we were off air. That should matter. That should be enough.
But your tie game is on fleek, by the way.
Yeah,
brother.
yeah.
Yes.
It's the tie is actually.
Don't mess it. Leave the compliment there. Leave it there. No. Please.
Utaki nikwambie umetoka wapi? My designer.
No, we're doing it now.
Yeah, but anyway, how was your weekend? After the launch, I remember we had so much fun. Shiku, where were you?
You guys did give me the
what?
The what?
No, let me ask you,
Jeff,
because I hear
office.
it took you about like 18 hours to get here.
Yes.
So in those 18 hours, you couldn't think, hey, by the way, Shiko, what's up? Come through.
It's because I knew in the 18 hours, 16 hours you'd be doing makeup, and then those 2 you'd get there. Nikafika nikakuta bado haujafika. I'm like this chica.
You're like, by the time this one Amaliza with one eye,
you know,
and she moves to the other eye.
I called Jeff. Do you know where Jeff was?
Where?
Jeff was somewhere in the bundles of Karen, Juko. Alikuwa na winda wanyama, sijui nyoni, sijui nini. Like Jeff, like Karen of all places.
I told you, when you see us going from location to location, it's called Know Your Country. Tembea Kenya.
Well, so are you guys ready for the first story?
Yes.
Let's jump into that.
Let us go all the way to Homa Bay. Now, Homa Bay County Commissioner Mr. Herman Shambi has urged night runners to suspend operations during the census, which runs between August 24th and August 31st. Now, the census exercise needs to cover all Kenyans, and he appeals to all the night runners to at least just take a break during this particular period from their work. Now, this is according to Mr. Shambi, the county commissioner, as he was addressing journalists on Friday. Now, first of all, let me just ask you something, guys. It's a profession. We actually have like real night runners.
That's what I was even asking. I was like, you know, we've been joking about it. We laugh about it almost every single day. I did not know that there is a profession
called night running.
Yes.
There's actually even an association with a chairman, as in these
No
guys.
way.
I kid you not. They've done press conferences. You know, the first time I heard that, I was like, "Are you guys stop this?"
Wait. Actually, they have a what
They
now?
have an association, yeah.
Like they have annual meetings, then they choose like their chairman,
section, done the works on this particular one. So they're organized. Don't think that you just wake up and run in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
I think probably also everyone is given their route.
Yeah.
Because guys don't run with torches.
Inafika mahali mnapatana kwa miti mnazushiana tishiko. Nilikuona ukikimbia kwa barabara yangu. Shiko bana tuheshimiane tafadhali.
So I think
it's true, everyone has their own turf.
When they have like an AGM, you know, shiko ukitoka hapa unanga kutoka DSM hadi uko juu Longonot, you know, you go from here, you go towards Globe. Sasa let us not mess.
Wewe pitia hapo Mishuki, ndio Mishuki what? Park. Vuka hiyo river, enda uko juu jipange.
Lazima ufanye mapping, route mapping.
So if you want to go beyond, let's say if you can do more, especially me with my roots.
Yeah.
You know, Jeff, how I am. Kalenjin sister here. If I want to go further, I mean, you just telling me from DSM to Globe. Really? You're wasting my talent.
Okay,
you have to apply.
Hold up. So, Shiko, you're insisting, sababu uko na wewe ni Kaitani.
Exactly.
Yeah, sababu ni Kaitani. Sasa unaanza kuona ni kama you can actually, go beyond Potters.
Thank you.
Unaweza kutoka hapa uende past Globe Roundabout, uende Parklands, upitia hapo Aga Khan hospitali. Uende kabisa kama umeenda mpaka Westlands.
Kabisa.
Wacha kutuenjoy bwana. Maneno tunajua. Wewe Shiko, I know walking from DSM mpaka tu kwa parking lot inakuanga ni shida.
Movie, let me tell you something. The proof is in the pudding. Everybody watched our workout session with you in it.
Oh, let us not go there.
By the way, we're not going to talk about who.
Listen, you're not going to malign my name. No, you're not going to throw me under the bus. But this is not going to be actually a state of contemplative repose, where we're in a quagmire of mental disarray. No.
Wow.
I learned these words over the weekend, so I had to use them. Like, I was waiting for the moment to use them. But anyway, the point is, just because... Tulikuwa tunaongea nini? Nimesahau.
There you go. You and your workouts. That's what happens when you're in a state
Oh yes,
of
my workout.
contemplative
No, my
repose.
workout. No, seriously, Shiko, I work out. That day I was just caught off guard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But how do you think, as in when it tells like all night runners you shouldn't be out and about because of this?
Yeah.
How do they like now go to the WhatsApp group and have that conversation? So to me, what do you guys think?
Yeah.
How do you think that Night Runners Association WhatsApp forum looks like?
Hey, what will come I'm sure.
Yeah.
Like yo manze matia, because we have night runners from of different kinds of backgrounds and
yeah.
So there are those ones who are like from Runda. As much as this is a Homa Bay thing, they're like yo Matiangi, yo, like Mr. Commissioner Haman Shambi, yo, like yo, I was trying to do my run tonight, you know what I mean? Like nikota kuroga watu kadha wa kadha, like
okay, really?
kuna of course wale wanakwanga tu yani wananga form wanaangalia sasa hii ndio tulikuanga tumejipanga kufanya sasa na that tufanye sasa tufanye nini sasa mtu atoe form
Oh my
I know
God.
a lot of people just confused this past weekend because it's like when you're so used to actually working at night or doing if you're nocturnal basically you're completely thrown off because it's like what do I do with myself now?
But the guys I rumiad of course are the guys who partake alcohol and the clubs of course that couldn't operate during this period. But you know what? It's all for the greater good.
It is for the good. By the way, has anyone called Joe Mushiri to find out how he's doing? Because maybe he has like withdrawal symptoms now that 1824 was closed.
But
Jeff,
you are all told to stock up. Even Matiangi said, okay, fine, you can enjoy until 5. If you feel you need some more,
Beba.
Homework. And
if you have to go beyond 3 hours, you have a problem. Movie, you have a problem.
What do you mean I have a problem?
I'm just letting you know.
Me, I'm okay.
It's not me, Matiangi said.
Do you see me having a problem? Look, I'm in orange today. I'm feeling fantastico. And that is why we're moving on. Yeah? To the second story, and this one is a very sad affair, by the way.
Right.
A trader from Kiambu County is shattered after his wife of 26 years and with whom they have many children together eloped with the pastor who wedded them. Now, Mr. John Kanyua from Juja Farm is still in disbelief that the man who signed his marriage certificate could take away that which he holds dearest in his life. Now, the troubled man said it all started when they began attending the pastor's spring church in Juja Farm. Now, guys, I am actually a victim of this. However, mine wasn't the pastor who eloped with my bride. It was just another idiot who came to the wedding. I eloped with my wife. And at the end of the day, it's a very painful affair for this gentleman, Mr. John. I cannot even begin to imagine what he's feeling right now. Let me start with you, Shiko. First of all, before we talk about this particular situation, has anyone close to you, whether it's a pastor or a pastress, a bishop, has anyone, a friend of yours maybe ever booked with someone that you cared about?
No, it has never happened to me personally, although I have seen it amongst my friends where one guy would actually, off with his guy's mommy, or worst case scenario, 2 girlfriends, one actually takes her friend's man. If there's such a thing as taking a man. But you know what? This is quite rampant, by the way, with pastors and, of course, members of their congregation. And, of course, that goes to show you, no wonder people are so skeptical about these relationships people have with their pastors. Every time you're hearing wife, akona kesha, akona what, husbands are always like, especially those churches which are, small, and of course there's more of that intimate relationship with the members. A lot of people are worried about that, and you can see why, because you never know what's going on.
Umeivuka na demu ya boy wako?
But me myself, kuna time realize this world, by the way, not everything is fair. Campus first year, you know that time you're thinking you've put in a good game, yani you've been buying her lunch, you've been doing everything, and then I went Campo Uko Mavoko, foothills of Lukenya, and you're like, okay, fine, the weekend is around the corner, so probably this weekend maybe I can movie kanini. I remember I had bought her lunch that Friday after class.
Wow!
As we were walking,
was it chips and kuku?
Was it? I can't even remember the name. But point is, I bought. All right. My hard-earned money bought.
Yes.
I'm walking and I'm thinking we're going to the hostels. As in so she can park, we leave. I saw her go towards the gate. Akachomoka gate. Akaingia Prado fulani ilikuwa imengoja tu hapo nje ya gate. Na akaenda. And that was it. I don't know if the Prado was belonging to a pastor. I don't know. Right now,
because nowadays pastors drive Prados and Ranges. So
now do the homework you find out.
I don't. You know what? Moral of the story is, you need a Karada. Karada.
But
if you have a Prado, watch out.
I want to throw a spin into this story. First of all, I think it was wrong for this chick to go on with a wedding if she wasn't sure that this was, meant to be. So that's number one. Because there's a part in the chat you asked, do you take this man to be a lawful wedded husband, to care and to, whatever, in sickness and in poor, and all those questions? I think at that particular time, there's a reason why you're being asked. So say no. By the way, you'd rather embarrass yourself then than cause someone heartache of this magnitude. You'd rather even, don't necessarily say no because I'm in love with someone else. Just say no, I'm not ready. Or Safi. Just say no. Yes.
Why did you accept the proposal anyway?
He will be heartbroken.
You don't have to wait till you get to the church to say no.
But it's better you stop it there because there's a reason why you're asked. Alafu kuna ile part ingine pia watu ulizwa, the congregation, ulizwa, does anyone here, oppose this particular wedding? Please, pastor, when you're asking that question and you want this woman, please, you yourself, start by saying that you oppose it. Because what is this? This is
the only advice I have is for every guy out there, as the guy is reading out all of those things, dearly beloved, guys, look at your pastor. Don't even look at the bride, just look at the pastor here. Ask yourself, 20 years down the line, will this guy come for my woman? That's a big question.
And by the pastors, they speak to the heart.
Yeah.
So sometimes you're there thinking that pastor kumbe sasa nampreach na mwambia, my sister, I'm looking at you, you're fearfully and wonderfully made. Says ujeambia dem yako, baby, you look beautiful. Haya.
Now you see.
But unajua kuna two types of pastors. Kuna hao wa my sister na kuna wale wa so what?
Yeah, so what?
So what? So what?
All right, let's move on to story number 3, and this one is still on the national census. Now, an enumerator of the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, that is KNBS, who was assigned to work in Maseno, was on Saturday robbed and gang raped by 3 armed men. Now, the incident occurred at around 1:30 a.m. when the assailants, who were armed with machetes, raped her and stole her mobile phone, power bank, a torch belonging to the Kenya National Bureau of Standards, and her laptop bag. She had just completed her night shift at around 12:30 a.m. and was dropped off with her colleagues at about 50 meters from her house. Now, the gangsters threatened to kill her if she called out for help and warned her against reporting the incident to the police. Now, this is just one of those unfortunate events that I don't necessarily like talking about because I do know of people who've been raped who are close to me, and this is actually a very sad state of affairs. Chico, you're a woman. Can you say something about this?
Let me tell you, this just really broke my heart, and it goes to, back that question, what security measures are in place for, all these staff who are actually going out on the field, especially even when you're talking about women, working at such hours of the night. What has been put in place to actually safeguard these guys?
Right.
For example, even if you look, and this is now just going beyond this particular situation. You remember in Kangemi when the community was just angry about the people working there from the census actually not being from Kangemi, and they were saying, okay, our jobs are being taken. Number 2, we're not going to open the doors. You can imagine if you, Mbuvi, was selected to actually go work in that area, would you still go when people in Kangemi are actually, being so hostile towards you?
Definitely
and that's
not.
just you, as a guy going to work. Now, imagine you as a lady working, first of all, maybe in a particular area that's quite hostile, and then there you are leaving and going home at about 1 o'clock in the morning.
Right now,
it's unfortunate. Yeah.
Jeff, over to you.
Man, what do you say about this? Just such a sad story, of course. A lady just trying to earn a bit of money, of course, enumerating that went that way. The police saying they had successfully gotten her up until where she should have gone. Then once they left her, of course, these people descended upon her. And that's sad. Another story of another enumerator, I think, who was bitten by a dog as well as they went to do this particular thing. And just makes you realize that this job isn't as easy as you think.
Yeah.
Not only are you having to go from household to household in the dead of the night to do this, there are also all of these unforeseen challenges that are coming up. So, I mean, for her, it's a big sorry for the family. I mean, as well, it's just unfortunate. I hope the people who do this caught by the cops and brought to book because it's just wrong on every single level.
They say, she was dropped about 50 meters away from her house.
Her household,
So you can imagine 50 meters by the time. 50 meters is quite a distance because it's basically half the distance that Usain Bolt, does during the Olympics. So you can imagine 50 meters that you have to walk for quite a considerable amount of time. So umeachiliwa, makarawa ameenda, then now you have to walk by yourself. I think perhaps the cops should actually make sure that umeingia kwa nyumba.
It's true, yeah.
Or make sure umeingia kwa nyumba umefunga
at your doorstep.
Yeah.
I think probably for them when they looked at the 50 meters, because you can see where it is, they're like, okay, fine, here you can walk. But clearly that was, however it happened, just wrong decisions made.
Right.
But those guys need to be caught.
But I also think these are people who know this lady well. Why? Because they knew that she is doing the census. Now unajua anarudishwa time fulani. I'm not trying to be a detective here, but I'm just saying they actually knew this chick is coming at this particular time, and that's why they waited for her, which is quite unfortunate, by the way. So these are people well known to this particular lady. Because how do you just guess that, you know, so-and-so is away from home and she might be coming at a particular time? So it's a messed up situation. So, yeah. Let's move on to another story. And this one is about Nadia Mukami, one of my favorite artists, by the way, from the 254. She's an amazing woman. In case you don't know her, well, here's something that you need to know about her. Kenyan songbird Nadia Mukami recently revealed to the public that someone had actually released her yet-to-be-released audio. Yeah. Now, she says that the leakage was done just over a night ago. In a statement shared on her social media pages, she reiterated that this had been orchestrated by someone who's close to her, and that is why she came out kipiga kelele. Now, according to the Radio Love hitmaker, the perpetrator behind the leakage was someone she had worked with before who has now turned against her, and she added that the person was working hard to destroy her brand as a musician. The official premiere of the song, though, will be done on August 27th. Wow. I saw this story and I was like, this might actually be a publicity stunt. I don't know. Nowadays, it's difficult to, I don't know. It's kind of difficult to trust these artists nowadays because they're all looking for some mileage. I don't know. Probably Jeff Mott, what do you think?
You know, when I saw this, because I hadn't seen the leaked song in any of my WhatsApp groups of the people who I know who are in the business, I was like, okay, so where exactly was this song leaked to? Because it seems nobody has it, first of all. Secondly, in production of songs, it's usually the studio and you until the song is released. So not unless you're saying there's somebody in the studio who, you know, got, you know, decided to leak that particular song, how did the song get out in the first place? There's so many questions right here. And that's why I'm almost thinking probably, Move, you're correct. Maybe there's like a publicity stunt going on here because all the questions you're asking, how did the song get out? Right. You know, because even in a listening party or something, you don't send the song. People usually come to the studio. When a skiza, they say, no, change this, do this here, get this collabo on. So, so
this person who is close to her, so we're talking about the producer, Jeff.
Probably a producer, an executive producer.
So this is a Red Sun producer situation.
But because I've been to studios before where music is produced, sometimes you have different producers working on the same machine. So they have access to the same data that every other producer, you know, can access. So maybe one of the producers or one of the execs, you know, just sneaked in because she says this is someone well known to her. So ni bestia alikuja akaingia pale akatoa ngoma. So I don't know. I'm waiting to see. Maybe she was just trying to tell us that, guys, there's a song coming out in a couple of days, and this is the best way she could get some attention. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Either way, we listen to the song, we'll support you, Nadia. Hata kama kuna Jamali leak, or if it's a publicity stunt, release that hot music.
Right.
Tuko.
Okay. All right. Let's get on to the last story now. In the city of Nuremberg, Germany. Guy, that's a very interesting name. In the city of Nuremberg, Germany, Nigeria's former Deputy Senate President Ikwe Ekweremodu went to celebrate the New Yam Festival with his kinsmen at their second annual cultural festival and convention. Now, he came to his own, and his own rejected him. Now, he came to the Nigerians, and they decided to do what? Lenga him. Now, there's a video that did rounds in social media, and it shows the senator Ekweremedu being, shoved with his clothes torn and beaten by these particular people. A treatment given to thieves and criminals was dished out to a Nigerian senator, while some have condemned the action as an assault and violence. Other Nigerians, though, have called for more of such beatings to be meted out on their leaders who go out of the country to do whatever it is that they're doing. Now, equally, the central, that particular country rather, is been ravaged by a lot of poverty, so you can understand why these guys were actually very angry seeing one of their own politicians going abroad, and I'm just thinking, they might have gone a little bit too far, but that's a very nice message, don't you think so, Shiko?
That is so hilarious. They're saying, by the way, we are calling for more beatings to happen. That's crazy. crazy. Although, okay, fine, perhaps they do have a point, and that goes to show you, by the way, enough is enough. They've had it. You can't keep talking. And, you know, the problem also with a lot of the politicians that we have, we call them hope merchants. And when you're a hope merchant, what are you always doing? You're always just promising. If you're not delivering, this clearly seems to be the solution. I don't know if we need to benchmark a movie. I don't know. What do you think?
Perhaps.
Well, it's interesting because even me, I'm thinking those sort of, by the time you're hearing other citizens saying, you know what, we need more of that being done, that's just a sign of guys are frustrated, they don't want debate, they don't want promise, just kiboko isonge. And I hope all other African leaders are watching. When guys get tired.
The former president of Sierra Leone was given a similar treatment in France. After he was ousted, alikopatikana manze kitembea tu kwa streets, wakamngara a good one. So maybe we need to take a few leaves from these guys. Guys, we take a short break right now, though that's the end of the interactive. However, Jeff Moto will be hanging out with who? Yes, after the break, we get up close and personal with Governor Machakos Alfred Mutua, Dr. Stokes by. Yes. Of course, like you said, he definitely knows everything that's going on, and we all know what he wants for 2022. Are you sure?
I have a question. Are you going to ask about Cobra Squad?
How can we not? How can we not?
Yes, na tutauliza na tutambiwa. Tunasema nini? Tunasema usiende mbali kwa sababu maswali yataulizwa, maswali yatajibiwa. Na usipoelewa basi ni shauri yako. Lakini tutachukua muda mfupi alafu tutarudi. Asante na sana.